Hello YouTube. Right, okay. Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about the importance of sleep, and I'm going to reference to this book. I have talked about this in my podcast as well. I've done a session on getting into a good routine, but I just wanted to do a little bit of a taster here. Anyone coming across my channel and wants to see what I'm about, then listen up. I'm just going to be chatting about the importance of sleep for the next 5 to 10 minutes. I do recommend this book by Vicky Colpin, The Business of Sleep, How Sleeping Better Can Transform Your Career. So normally a lot of sleep books are talking about obviously there is health benefits to improving your sleep, but actually it affects pretty much every aspect of our life. And it talks about it in such depth in this book. So I really do recommend it. There's also some very interesting statistics as well. And I'm going to give you some here. So between in the UK, 35% of adults are getting less than 7 hours sleep per night. So that means that what we should be getting when we're about 25 to 64 years is between 6 and 10 hours. Now, it does change from person to person. Some people just need more sleep than others, and that's absolutely fine. The best way to figure out if you are getting enough sleep is after about 5 minutes once you've woken up. If you're still not feeling rested, then you probably haven't had enough sleep. And also, or the quality just wasn't good enough as well. And that's something that you can work on. Also, you are able to kind of find out your natural rhythm as well with sleep. But best to do that when you're not at work and things. And then you can just, if you go to bed by midnight, then normally you can figure out how long you would naturally sleep for, and it gives you an indicator. So that's something to do when you haven't got a lot going on in your schedule. So the key to, everyone talks to me as a coach about having really good morning routines. And yeah, it's really important to set yourself up for the day. But actually, to set yourself up for the day, it means that you need to have a really good evening routine, which means getting yourself ready to be in sleep mode. So it's about having a calm, peaceful evening routine. And that is really key to your next day working out really well. So as I said earlier, with looking at the statistics, we're not getting enough sleep in this country. It's not just a problem in this country. It explains that in the book. It's a lot of different countries struggle with it. So I've mentioned it's hugely individual. And there are different ways of figuring out, if you're getting the correct amount of sleep. And the things that it affects is it can affect our health. Obviously, it puts us more at risk of diseases and things if we're not getting enough sleep. But it also affects our concentration, which obviously can affect our work performance. And it also massively impacts our decision making. We need to be rested to make good decisions. So here's some tips for making sure that you can work on your sleep. Number one is try and get outside without sunglasses and just get that natural light, because that is what your brain needs to be able to get your body ready to get the sleep later. So that's really, really important. Even if it's just once around the block, it's just so good for you. And the other thing is at night when you're actually going to sleep, put a sleep mask on, block out the light. You'll find that you will get into a deeper level of sleep. Obviously, there is different levels of sleep. I do talk about this in my podcast. But you'll find that you will get into that deep level of sleep if you block out the light. It's better for you. And that's something that I personally do. I have a really beautiful silk sleeping mask. And if I forget to put my sleeping mask on, I definitely notice the difference with the quality of sleep. And the other thing about sleep masks is obviously in summer, it gets darker loads later. So say if you do need a really early night, like sometimes I'll do that, I'll go to bed like as early as I can. Some nights it might even be 8 p.m. and I will stick my sleep mask on, and it will just help me to get to sleep so much quicker. But the other thing as well to work on, and like I say, it's something that I frequently work on with my clients, is creating a very calming sleep routine, like evening routine, to get your body ready to switch off. And there's lots of different ways to do this, and it really is personal to everybody. One, I'll give you a few examples. Having baths is really good, kind of rests the body. Calming herbal teas, like, don't have too much caffeine intake as well, because that can affect your sleep. Put your devices onto blue screen so that it's not so heavy, it doesn't affect the melatonin. Reading is really, really good. Calming music, creating the right environment, having, good kind of sleep hygiene as well. All things like that really, really make a difference in just getting our body ready to get the best possible quality of sleep. If you want to listen to more about me talking about the importance of sleep, then check out my podcast, She Has Wings. It is on Spotify and Amazon Music and various other platforms as well. I talk into more depth about all the different types of sleep stages, and it's actually very, very interesting. So check that out, She Has Wings podcast, and thank you for watching.